You've been walking every day for years. You feel good about it. Your doctor says keep it up. But here's what nobody's telling you. After 60, walking alone isn't protecting your bones, your balance, or your independence. In fact, it might be giving you a dangerous false sense of security. I'm here at Prime Health Lab where we cut through the noise and give you real science-backed strategies for aging strong. If you want to stay ahead of the curve on your health, go ahead and subscribe. We release new videos every week that actually move the needle. Now let's talk about why this matters so much. Picture a man named Robert. He's 64, retired, and proud of his daily 3-mile walks. He's done them religiously for 5 years. His cardiovascular health is solid, his weight is stable, but one afternoon he's reaching for a box on a high shelf, loses his balance slightly, and catches himself with his arm. That small movement fractures his wrist. At the hospital, they run a bone density scan. Osteopenia, early bone loss. Robert is stunned. How could this happen when he's been so active? Here's what Robert didn't know. Walking is a phenomenal exercise. It keeps your heart healthy, burns calories, improves mood, supports joint mobility. But walking is what we call a low-impact, repetitive movement. Your body adapts to it quickly. After a certain point, your bones and muscles stop being challenged. They stop getting stronger. They start a slow, quiet decline that you won't feel until something breaks. The truth is, after 60, your body enters a different phase. Your muscle mass naturally decreases by about 3 to 8% per decade after 30, and that rate accelerates after 60. This isn't just about looking weaker. This is about function. Your muscles are your metabolic engine. They regulate blood sugar. They protect your joints. They keep you balanced. When you lose muscle, your risk of falls skyrockets. And falls after 60 are one of the leading causes of disability and loss of independence. Your bones follow a similar pattern. Bone density peaks in your late 20s and starts declining slowly afterward. After 60, especially in men with lower testosterone and women post-menopause, this loss speeds up. Walking doesn't create enough mechanical stress to signal your bones to stay strong. Bone responds to load, to pressure, to resistance. Without it, bone quietly weakens. You don't feel it happening. You just feel the consequence when something fractures from what should have been a minor incident. And here's the part most people miss. Balance isn't just about your inner ear or your eyesight. Balance is a full-body skill that requires strong muscles, responsive joints, and a nervous system that can react quickly. Walking on flat ground doesn't challenge your balance system. It doesn't prepare you for uneven surfaces, sudden shifts, or the quick corrections your body needs to prevent a fall. So Robert's story isn't rare. It's common, it's predictable, and it's preventable. But prevention doesn't come from doing more of what isn't working. It comes from doing something different, something that actually builds the strength, bone density, and resilience your body needs after 60. The first thing you need to understand is what your body actually needs to stay strong and functional after 60. And it comes down to 3 specific types of stimulus that walking simply cannot provide. The first is progressive resistance. Your muscles and bones need to be challenged with weight, with load, with something that makes them work harder than they're used to. When you lift something heavy or push against resistance, your body sends a clear signal. We need to be stronger to handle this. That signal triggers muscle protein synthesis. It activates bone-building cells called osteoblasts. It tells your body to adapt, to grow, to fortify itself. Let me give you a real example. Meet James. He's 67. Like Robert, he was a dedicated walker. But James added something simple to his routine 3 times a week: bodyweight squats, wall push-ups, and resistance band rows. Nothing fancy, no gym membership, just 20 minutes of intentional resistance work. Within 3 months, James noticed he could carry his grandkids longer. He could get up from a chair without using his hands. His posture improved, his back pain decreased, and when he went back for his annual checkup, his doctor noted improved muscle mass and stronger grip strength, which is a key marker of overall health and longevity. What James did was introduce progressive overload. He started with 10 squats, then 12, then 15, then he held a jug of water while doing them. His body had no choice but to adapt. That's how muscle is built. That's how bone stays dense. Not through repetition of easy movements, but through consistent challenge. The second stimulus your body needs is multi-directional movement. Walking is linear. Forward, forward, forward. Your body is designed to move in all planes, forward and backward, side to side, rotationally. When you only move in one direction, the muscles and stabilizers that control the other directions weaken. This is why so many people who walk regularly still have weak hips, tight shoulders, and poor rotational strength. Think about daily life. You're not just walking forward. You're reaching overhead to change a light bulb. You're twisting to look over your shoulder while backing up your car. You're stepping sideways to avoid a puddle. You're bending down to pick up something you dropped. Every one of those movements requires strength and stability in multiple planes. If you're not training those patterns, you're leaving gaps in your physical capability, and those gaps show up as injuries, falls, and limitations. Consider Linda, age 62. She walked daily but started incorporating lateral lunges, wood chops with a light dumbbell, and standing hip rotations into her routine. Within weeks, she felt more stable on her feet. She could navigate crowded spaces more confidently. She didn't feel that wobble when stepping off a curb. Her body relearned how to stabilize and move in ways walking had never trained. The third stimulus is power and speed. This one surprises people. After 60, you don't just lose muscle mass, you lose fast-twitch muscle fibers at an even faster rate. These are the fibers responsible for quick, explosive movements, catching yourself from a fall, jumping out of the way of danger, standing up quickly. These fibers atrophy rapidly without use, and once they're gone, they're very difficult to rebuild. Power training doesn't mean you're doing Olympic lifts or sprinting like an athlete. It means occasionally moving with intention and speed. A faster step up onto a stair. A quick stand up from a seated position. A medicine ball toss against a wall. These brief moments of explosive movement preserve and even restore those critical, fast-twitch fibers. They keep your nervous system sharp. They keep your reaction time quick. Here's the interesting part. Studies show that older adults who incorporate even small amounts of power training reduce their fall risk dramatically. Because when you start to trip, your body has milliseconds to react. If your muscles can't fire quickly, if your nervous system isn't trained for speed, you go down. But if you've been training power, even lightly, your body responds. It catches you. That split-second difference can be the difference between a scare and a life-changing injury. So when you combine these three elements, progressive resistance, multi-directional movement, and power, you're not just exercising. You're building a body that's resilient, capable, and prepared for real life. You're protecting your independence. You're extending your health span, not just your lifespan. Now here's how you actually put this into practice. Because understanding the science is one thing, but implementation is where the real transformation happens. And the good news is, you don't need a fancy gym, expensive equipment, or hours of free time. You need a simple, sustainable routine that targets exactly what your body needs. Let me introduce you to what I call the Resilience Protocol. It's a 3-day-per-week framework specifically designed for people over 60 who want to build genuine strength and durability. Each session takes about 25 to 30 minutes. You can do it at home. And it addresses all three stimulus types we just discussed. Day 1 focuses on lower body strength and stability. This is your foundation. Your legs and hips are what keep you upright, mobile, and independent. Start with bodyweight squats. Stand in front of a chair, feet shoulder width apart, and lower yourself down as if you're about to sit, but stop just before you touch the seat, then stand back up. That's 1 rep. Aim for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. As this gets easier, hold a gallon jug of water, then progress to a backpack with books in it. The key is progressive overload. You need to keep challenging yourself. Next, add lateral step-ups. Find a sturdy step or low bench. Step up sideways with your right foot. Bring your left foot up to meet it. then step back down. This trains lateral stability and single leg strength, which is critical for preventing falls. Do 2 sets of 8 reps per side. Follow this with standing hip abductions. Stand next to a wall for light support. Lift one leg out to the side. Hold for 2 seconds. Lower it back down. This strengthens the muscles that stabilize your pelvis and keep you balanced. 3 sets of 10 per side. Finish day 1 with a power movement. Sit to stand jumps. Sit in a chair, then stand up as quickly as you safely can, driving through your heels with intention. You're not actually jumping off the ground unless you feel confident doing so. The goal is explosive intent, training those fast twitch fibers. Do 3 sets of 5 reps. That quick, powerful stand activates your nervous system and preserves your reaction speed. Day 2 shifts to upper body and core strength. This is about functional pulling, pushing, and rotational stability. Start with wall or elevated push-ups. If regular push-ups are too challenging, place your hands on a countertop or sturdy table and perform push-ups at an incline. Aim for 3 sets of 8 to 12 reps. As you get stronger, lower the surface until you're doing them on the floor. Then move to resistance band rows. Anchor a resistance band around a doorknob or sturdy post at chest height. Hold both ends, step back until there's tension, and pull the band toward your chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together. This strengthens your back, improves posture, and counters the forward rounding that comes from years of sitting and walking. 3 sets of 12 reps. Add in standing wood chops, hold a light weight, a medicine ball, or even a gallon jug with both hands. Start with it at your right hip, then rotate your torso and raise it diagonally across your body to above your left shoulder like you're swinging an axe. This trains rotational power and core stability. Do 2 sets of 10 per side. Finish with planks or modified planks. Hold a strong, straight position from your forearms and toes, or drop to your knees if needed. Start with 20-second holds and build up to 60 seconds, 3 sets total. Day 3 is about integration and movement quality. This is where you blend balance, mobility, and coordination. Start with single leg stands. Stand on one leg for 30 seconds, using a wall for light fingertip support if needed. Progress by closing your eyes or standing on an unstable surface like a pillow. This trains your balance system in a way walking never will. Do 3 sets per leg. Then add walking lunges. Step forward into a lunge, lower your back knee toward the ground, then push through your front heel to step forward into the next lunge. This builds single leg strength, balance, and coordination. Start with 2 sets of 8 lunges per leg. Follow with heel-to-toe walks. Walk in a straight line, placing the heel of one foot directly in front of the toes of the other, like you're walking a tightrope. This challenges your balance and proprioception. Do this for about 20 steps, turn around, and come back. 3 rounds. Finish with step up and reach. Step up onto a platform with one leg, and as you stand, reach both arms overhead as high as you can. Step back down and repeat on the other side. This integrates lower body power, balance, and multiplanar movement. 2 sets of 8 per side. End every session with 5 minutes of stretching, focusing on hips, hamstrings, shoulders, and chest. Flexibility and mobility matter just as much as strength. Here's the beautiful part. This entire protocol is adaptable. If something feels too hard, scale it back. If it feels too easy, progress it. The principle remains the same. Consistent challenge, progressive overload, and intentional variety. Within 6 to 8 weeks, you'll notice a difference. You'll move with more confidence. You'll feel more capable. You'll be building the resilience that walking alone could never give you. So here's my challenge to you. Keep walking if you enjoy it, but don't let it be your only form of exercise. Add this resilience protocol 3 days a week. Commit to just 1 month. Track how you feel. Notice the changes in your strength, your balance, your energy, because aging strong isn't about luck. It's about doing the right things consistently, and now you know exactly what those things are. If this resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And let me know in the comments. What's one movement you're going to start adding to your routine this week? Let's build a community of people who refuse to age weak.